Five.
Hi, it's Lou, and stay tuned for the 4 P's of trusts and a lot more. Hey, I'm going to share with you. I hope you're having a fantastic week. We are coming off of a great week. I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. And we are getting ready for some neat stuff. I'm going to teach you about trusts. Trusts, something that you might have heard of, something that you might actually be using, but something that you need to know a lot more. So I'm going to share with you some things about trusts, and wanted to let you know that the news of the week, if you haven't heard already, they have yet again, the Centers for Disease Control has extended the moratorium yet again to July the 31st. So that's another situation that we have to navigate. Now, fortunately, we have provided a solution for you. If you have any clients that have not paid their rent, or folks that are part of your rentals and things like that, if they have not paid their rent, there are solutions for that, and we provided that to you at landlordreliefpkg.com. Now, we today also wanted to talk about wins for the week. So, wins of the week. I hope you've had some wins over this past week. And I'm just very excited that over the last few days, we have welcomed 3 new members to our path to home ownership. Now, they're not just members, they're members that have gone on to move into properties. So 3 different folks have stepped up at the silver level. They are now silver members of our path to home ownership. And these pictures that Scott is showing you are people that caused that to happen in their world, in their local markets. They were with me over this past weekend. In fact, we had a 4-day event called Massive Passive Income, and we had some folks there. It was very exciting that they support the movement that we are making across America with the help of all of our licensees to cause home ownership to people that otherwise would not have an opportunity at home ownership. We're so excited to provide that. That is our mission. Our mission is to transform lives through affordable housing, to empower families and individuals to enjoy the American dream of home ownership. And what a great mission it is. And those folks that Scott was just showing you have adopted that. They have agreed to do that in their local markets and elsewhere as well. So we're very excited that those folks are involved with us, and many others as well. As you saw that picture of people behind them, all of those are folks that are licensees all across America that have adopted that mission, and they're offering it in their markets as well. So congratulations to all of you who have joined. We had 2 new folks join us as certified affordable housing providers, and that means that they are going to be offering the path to home ownership in their markets as well. So some good stuff there. I'm looking at my notes over here. Let's see. We've got money raised. We did an auction at the event. They auctioned me off. Fortunately, we had a auctioneer there at the event, Stephen from Houston, Texas. He was awesome. He auctioned me off. And it was both to the folks that were in the room as well as online. And we just said, hey, you can have your way with Lou one night during the event. So sure enough, Terry Allen won with the highest bid. In fact, the Shrivers even matched his bid and paid it forward and put it towards his bid as well. So they really made it phenomenal. In fact, not only during the event, but since the event, we have raised $16,000 for the Nepicure Foundation and their spokesperson in our world anyway, Kimberly Queen. This is Helga Queen's daughter. Those of you who know Helga has been with me for over 2 decades, helping to help our licensees in their businesses, helping Trust Properties to offer its mission of home ownership. And it's definitely been wonderful to work with her all this time. And unfortunately, her daughter contracted a disease, a very rare blood disease and kidney attack disease that has devastated her for many years. And it's called FSGS. And so that's Nepicure Foundation, that we created an opportunity for everyone to participate and to help eradicate this crazy disease that they have not found a solution for yet. We are hoping that these dollars will go and be leveraged to help to eliminate this horrible disease that she has suffered with for so many years. And so excited that we were able to make that effort. And thank you everyone who made your donations. You are making a difference here in the world for sure, and in the Street Smart family. And we always love having people as members of our family. And so thank you for being a part of that and causing that to happen. I wanted to talk today about the 4 P's of trusts. Now, trusts is like one of those things for some people that's over there somewhere instead of over here. And I just want to bring it over here, meaning in your world, into your world. So if you haven't examined trust, if you haven't investigated trust, if you haven't studied trust, it's, in my opinion, one of the most powerful entities on the planet. In fact, it is a predecessor of other entities such as LLCs, corporations, and limited partnerships. And it exists today, and many of the world's families, not just the United States of America, use trusts. And it's because they have discovered, they have investigated, and they have aligned with the benefits of trust. Now, the benefits of trust, I've identified over 30 benefits that you can get with trust that you cannot get with any other entity. Not a corporation, not an LLC, not a limited partnership. Only trust can provide these. And so I thought it'd be great if I could give you and gift you some information about that. So the 4 P's, privacy. Well, one of the great things in life is that everybody doesn't know what you own. And in fact, in our legal society that we have here in the States, it can actually be a negative for people to discover what you own, because they might want to get what you own. And when you use the benefits of trusts, one of the byproducts and one of the benefits is simple ownership of the trust, of the asset. You might be a beneficiary of that. Your family might be a beneficiary of that. Another entity might be a beneficiary of that. There's many different things that can happen, let's say, below the waterline in terms of who the beneficiary can be. But one of the great things is that the world doesn't have to know. Only you and your trustee knows that. Now, there's a lot more to that story. I'm going to give you an opportunity to learn more. And I'm going to give you a free book. I'm going to give you a free book while we're together today. This is Trusts, Create Privacy, Avoid Probate, Protect Everything. It's by me. And listen, there are so many good things. In fact, I put it into a booklet. It's not a full treatise on trust, but at least if you're investigating trust, if you're interested in trust, it will give you some more insight into trust and what they do and how they operate. And one of the great things I put in here is some of the benefits of trust. In fact, let me find that page. I was going to tell you how many benefits I've put into this booklet as well. And you know, if you actually take advantage of this, now, by the way, you can go to MaximumAssetShield.com/book for your own copy, and it's free of charge. You don't have to buy anything. So there's benefits of trust. Oh my gosh, I've got a whole bunch of them here that I outlined while I was putting together this booklet. So get your own copy of that and advance yourself in your knowledge. Now, the second P that I want to talk about is probate avoidance. Now, an LLC, a corporation, and a limited partnership will not avoid probate. Holding property in your own name will not avoid probate. So what happens is now your family has to deal with, and hopefully their intention would be to be your spokesperson, so to speak, after your death. But why in the world burden your family with that? Instead, why not do it in advance? When you place a property into trust, you're literally saying in the trust who gets it. So you can be the primary beneficiary of the trust, and you can have a successor beneficiary or successor beneficiaries of that trust. Now, meaning the asset that's in that trust now can flow to the people or person that you want to receive that, or even another entity or a charity or whomever you want to receive that can be named in that trust as the beneficiary. Now, here's what's cool about that. No need for attorneys, no need for delay, no need for expense. There is so many wonderful things that can happen when you take advantage of trust. I really encourage you to deep dive into the conversation because it's something very powerful. And in fact, I've got an event coming up. It's a one day, it's only for $1. And I'm going to get and deep dive into the trust, to spend a couple of hours going deeper into what you need to know and how you need to know it, because I'm just doing this whole one day for $1. And I want to give you all, not only those 4 P's, but all those benefits of trust, break it down for you, give you some real solid information that is actionable on your part. Now, I've talked about privacy. I've talked about probate avoidance. I want to talk about protection. Don't you think you're going to be better off if you do not have your assets in your own name? In this country, it only costs a couple of $100s for somebody to file a lawsuit. Now they can tie you up. They can tie you up for a very long period of time, and that can be assisted, and you can you can have protections because you can have each property in its own trust, and you can have various different beneficiaries of those trusts. A lot of great things can happen when you take advantage of trust, and it definitely give you a great deal of protection. Listen, my opinion, don't have anything in your name. Don't have anything in your name, because you're the one they're coming after, and if they don't have access to those assets, that's a good day. And finally, profits, that you can take advantage of some of the benefits of trusts. And in fact, it's built into some of the laws that could even give you the opportunity, and in fact do give you the opportunity, to transfer your own property into trust and not have the lender call the loan due. So they don't consider it to be a due upon sale when you transfer your property to your own trust. Now, I've got a lot more to say about that. I encourage you, take advantage of the one day that I've coming up. Now, listen, this is going to be July the 10th. This is a one-day event. We're going to start at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. We're going to go to 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Hey, and we're even going to have a bonus session and what we call a happy hour after that. So just give you a great opportunity to learn all day long. I'm not only doing trusts, I'm also going to be focusing on finding the buyers before you buy. And I'm going to be talking about this next market. We have an amazing opportunity coming, y'all, with this next market, and I want you to be on board. Listen, I have been in this game now. I'm going into my 5th real estate cycle. Having invested now for over 40 years, I can tell you there's some things I've learned, and definitely now I'm getting the hair rising on the back of my neck. That is what I look for. That is what I get when people tell me, hey, take a look at the market, and I'm getting that feeling now that it's about to change. And when it shifts, they don't give you a big warning. It just happens overnight. So all this multiple offer stuff going on, and all of these loans getting approved and all that. Now imagine that it could happen where ding, it just is eliminated 100%, and the market comes to a screeching halt. Now, if you've been around for a while, you've seen this happen. And guess what? It's going to happen again. And that is going to coincide with the moratorium being lifted and a whole bunch of properties going on the market, a whole bunch of foreclosures happening at the same time, a whole bunch of people being evicted at the same time, a bunch of landlords having and wanting to get out of the business and putting their properties on the market at the same time. So I see huge opportunity coming up, and it's definitely something you want to be prepared for. I am going to be talking about that in our one-day workshop, wealthbuilderworkshop.online. Now remember, when you go to wealthbuilderworkshop.online, you get to register for only $1. When you register, that gives us the opportunity to send you, in advance of the event, some downloads that we're going to be giving you, some free things to use as part of the event, and to remind you about the event as well. If you're like me, a lot of things come your way, a lot of distractions can happen, so we want to be able to remind you about it, so you can definitely have your calendar clear for July the 10th. At 10 o'clock a.m. That is a Saturday, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. All right. Yeah, baby. All right. So usually we have a drawing for a prize, but today everybody wins. Everybody wins because we are giving you that gift in advance of the one-day event, and this is your trust download, and it will be this book in download form, so you can go through it and learn a great deal. In fact, when I wrote my book, Buy, Hold, Sell, I actually kept this chapter out because it was so important that I give this as part of that book, but I also separated it out so that everybody could get the benefit of this, because it's one of the most powerful things you'll ever do for yourself and your family and your future, and to help them at the time that you're not here anymore. So I want you to be aware that there are many, many reasons to do trust. And even if you only have a small estate with a few things, you still can use trusts. They're not expensive at all to start and to operate. There's different kinds of trusts. I want to teach you about the different kinds of trusts and what they do. But this is going to be a powerful thing that I think is going to be a game changer for you. So I'm looking forward to having you at the event. Now, let's see here. Now, what would you guys like me to share on these Street Smart Tuesdays? This Street Smart Tuesday, we are aligning with 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays to give you the opportunity to know that we're going to be here and you can follow me. Now that's 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So regardless of which coast you're on, which at our last event, we had people from all over the country, from Washington and California and New York and Florida and Texas and everywhere in between. So it's exciting that I'm appealing, and we have a big message for everyone in the country, regardless of what your market is and what's happening in your market. We've got a lot of stuff that you can benefit from. So I encourage you to be aware that we're going to be on at 5 p.m. every Tuesday, and that means that 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, and if you're in between, you know what time to adjust for. Know this, that when we get together, one of the things we're looking for is to benefit you. So do give us topics that you would like us to share and give you answers to. And those of you who are Street Smart licensees, don't forget that every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we do have an in-depth Q&A, training sessions, case studies. We have many things that benefit our licensees. So you are entitled to that. If you are not aware of that, do contact our office, 1-800-578-8580, and we will get you on the list to be able to join that wonderful training that we do every Sunday night, except for event weeks. And let's see here. One more thing is questions. You might have some questions, and definitely this is an opportunity for you to ask any questions of me right now. Now, remember, I've been in this business over 40 years, buying, holding, and selling property. I've done scads, hundreds of renovations where we take literally stud walls and build it. We've built properties. We've done manufactured housing. We've done mobile homes. We've done land that we divided into lots and sold off the lots. We've built on lots. We've created subdivisions. We've done hotels, motel. We've done apartment buildings, lots of apartment buildings. We've done Section 8. There's just many different things that we've done in this business. So when you're asking Lou a question, just know that there's some experience behind the answers that I'm giving you, and you're welcome to take advantage of that while we're together, and definitely follow up anytime you want to. You can call our 800 number. And hey, remember that I got a freebie for you with the MaximumAssetShield.com /book, where you can download that book. And we've got the event coming up, wealthbuilderworkshop.online. So lots of stuff for you to be able to do to advance your life and your career and your opportunities. I was so excited at this event that just ended on Sunday. I looked around the room and I was so proud to see so many, not only millionaires, but multimillionaires who have come to our events year after year after year and have built their businesses, been able to help a lot of people in their local communities to end up with home ownership. And they are multimillionaires, not just millionaires, but multimillionaires as a result of that, and have great businesses that they can pass down from generation to generation and definitely impact their local communities. So if that attracts you, we would definitely love to talk with you about that. We'd be glad to set up a private meeting and have a chat about that, because that's something that I think would empower you if you are interested in real estate, or you already have an up and running real estate business. It's definitely something that can benefit you. Scott, what do you have for me? Today's tip is, if you'll listen to me about trusts, you will use them. My tip is use them. Use trusts, because it's the most powerful entity on the planet. And I understand if you're not aware of that. I understand if you're a believer in other entities, and I would only suggest that it's because you're not aware yet of the power and benefits of trust. I encourage you to learn that. And then once you learn that, to implement that. And once you implement that, to use that, because it's one of the most powerful things that can help you and your family.
Lou, coming up is a very special day, and we don't want to forget it.
Yeah, baby, we have one of the most important days of our entire year, and very proud to be in this country, very proud of this country, very proud of what this country represents. And in fact, excuse me just a second, I will tell you, I had not planned this, but I will tell you this is right here in my office. This is something I believe in. I believe in this country. I believe in what this country stands for. My mother immigrated to this country. My mother came from Scotland. My mother had a different life when she came here, and she embraced this country. She became a naturalized citizen. Back in the day, you had to go through 5 years of education before the United States of America bestowed citizenship on you. You had to earn your citizenship. And my mother taught me absolutely to love, adore, embrace this country. And so I love, adore, and embrace this country. I encourage you to as well. And we have a wonderful birthday coming up on July the 4th. So be sure and celebrate that with your family, and fly your flag proudly. Let people know that you care. Let people know that this country is important to you.
And that's a yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Awesome.